I went to all the crypto conventions this year just to find out. Most projects are and I should have saved my money and not gone to these conventions. But from that, I also learned what people are actually using, what people are adopting, and have come up with my new investment thesis, user adoption. What blockchain will people actually start using? What can they get onboarded to? And does this have the potential for a lot of growth in your portfolio long term? So we're going to discuss the 4 ecosystems that I think are going to do well in the upcoming bull market, and even further than that because they're building for the long term. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be right, so if you get 100x, awesome. If you lose 100%, that's also likely, so please do your own research and form your own opinions before making any type of investment. Now, if I'm right about this, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to be that annoying guy that said, hey, you should have done that thing I said long ago in that video you didn't watch. But if I'm wrong, I'm likely going to delete the video because that's what YouTubers do. Now, that's actually how crypto influencing works, so that's why you shouldn't invest because someone says something, but you should start forming your own opinion and trying out these different ecosystems. If you like it and if you can get other people into it, then that might be a very good sign. So with that, let's jump in. Number 1, SUI. But this just shows the inflows of money flowing into different blockchains from Ethereum, where Base, Arbitrum, and Solana are doing a little better, but we're looking at SUI long term. Now, the reason why SUI is unique is because it provides a very good user experience. It is not an EVM chain. It is its own layer 1 blockchain based on the Move programming language. Now, that just means a lot of things are treated like objects. So if you connect to a malicious site, it's going to show your balance moving to 0, and you'll say, hey, I should not approve this transaction. It's clearly a scam. Additionally, with SUI, they got cool things like parallel transactions, which means you can do a whole lot of DeFi transactions rolled into one click. So as a DeFi user, everything is simplified. And with other features like Deepbook, you get massive liquidity on-chain that is shared among all the different decentralized exchanges. That just means you get a really good price for your trades that could be even better than the biggest centralized exchange. Then you have Walrus, which is a decentralized storage system built on SUI, but is available to all different blockchains. Now with SUI and their programmable transaction blocks, I know it's going to sound a little complicated here, but you'd be able to run a DEX forever. You'd be able to set up the DEX with Walrus, their decentralized storage system. The fees earned from people using the DEX can go off to paying the fees, and that's all possible through their programmable transaction blocks. Now, I have a lot of different videos on SUI, so please check that out if you want more information. But I just want to give like a brief example of what they're doing different and why people are moving over to SUI. Now that's mainly because it provides a good user experience, it's safer, it's faster, it's cheaper, and they're doing a lot of things to onboard new users. Because with things like the SUI wallet, you can have a crypto wallet in 2 clicks attached to your Google account, your Twitch account, and in the future, potentially more social media accounts. Next year, they're also going to come out with the SUI Play, which is a physical handheld gaming device where the pricing for it is competitive with the Steam Deck, so it provides another option while allowing gamers to get into Web3 gaming, where they can have more opportunities in crypto and gaming. So that's why I think SUI is an S-tier ecosystem pick. There's a lot of projects that haven't launched a token yet. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and if you get into this ecosystem and find the right projects, you could do very well. Because if you're investing in a blockchain, you want to make sure that blockchain is growing, it's innovating, it's bringing in more TVL, that's money locked into their ecosystem, it's bringing in more users. Now, I've been watching SUI for the last year, and they've continued to innovate, they've continued to grow, and for more opportunities, be sure to follow this channel as I'll be covering more things in the SUI ecosystem. Now, Solana is also known for fast transactions, they're known for a good mobile experience, and they're known for making products. The Solana Seeker is the second Solana phone that they've launched, and it has a fully integrated wallet, it has its own Web3 app store, and I believe they got over 150,000 pre-orders for this, so Web3 gaming on Solana is going to be pretty exciting as they're all competing for the attention of these users. Additionally, the Play Solana is coming out, which is their handheld gaming device, which could easily bring in more users into the Solana ecosystem. As for the opportunities in the Solana ecosystem, That could be in Web3 gaming, that could be in mobile apps. You just have to find out what people are using, what they love, and that might not make sense at first, but if there's a lot of users and they're real users and they're excited about it, that could lead to opportunity. That's the reason why I go to these crypto conventions, because I want to find out what the new applications are, what people love about it, who are these people, and are they sharing it with their friends? So that's where you can find the opportunities, and maybe I'll make more content on the Solana ecosystem if this video gets 10,000 likes. So yeah, should probably do that. Next, we have Kaia. Now, this is kind of an interesting story. Kaia is the combination of the Clayton blockchain and Fincha. Both were individually working on messaging apps for Kakao, which is popular in South Korea, and the Line messaging app, which is popular in other parts of Asia. Now, from this article in 2021, Line has over 187 million users, and by now, probably over 200 million users. Now, I live in Taiwan, and using Line is just what you use every day. If you want to message someone, you want to book an appointment, you want to pay at some restaurants, you use Line. Which is why I'm excited about the Kaia blockchain, because they are bringing on the users from Kakao and the Line messaging apps and bringing them into crypto. So if you're using the Line app, you will have Web3 and blockchain functionality, and your account information is going to hold your crypto wallet. Now, Kaia will be launching in Q4 of this year, so they're not quite out yet, and it is going to be an EVM chain. So that's what makes it really different from the Ton blockchain, which is another messaging app. But a lot of the apps and blockchain functionality on Ton, the open network, the Telegram blockchain, isn't that great. It's a little clunky, and sometimes it goes down and sometimes transactions fail. So it doesn't provide the best user experience. Now, Kaia is the other side of that, where you have a bunch of users, businesses already using the Line messaging app, and they're also going to have Web3 and crypto functionality with their accounts. And to get exposure to that, you would get the Clayton coin, and that's going to get converted to the Kaia token when that becomes available. Now, Clayton had some issues in the past with the founder of South Korea's Kakao arrested for suspected stock manipulation. Now, there were no issues with the Clayton blockchain, but this kind of led to Clayton and Fincha merging together to build out the Kaia network, where they are encompassing the messaging apps of Asia and bringing them into Web3. Now, Kaia hasn't announced their launch partners yet, but when they do, those are the projects to get involved with in the Kaia ecosystem. So I like Kaia. There is a lot of potential of bringing in those users there, but we'll have to wait and see what this experience looks like, and if normal Web 2 users make the switch over to Web 3. And the fourth ecosystem that we're going to be very early to, because it's still currently in testnet, is Soneium. Now, Soneium is an official product of Sony. Yes, the global tech giant Sony, and that provides a lot of name recognition. It provides a lot of credibility to what they're building. Now, Soneium is building using the OP stack, that is the tech that is provided by the Optimism blockchain. So they're not doing anything revolutionary when it comes to building out these blockchains and securing them. All of that is left to the OP stack, the Optimism team that has already built this out. Now, Soneium is competing with all these different layer 2 blockchains that might be using the OP stack, that might be using Arbitrum, that might be their own thing. But the main difference is that Sony has name recognition. Because if you're unsure about getting into blockchain, but this tech provider where you buy all their cameras, TVs, whatever it may be, provide servicing, history, and benefits on the blockchain, you might get into it. So that might cause some user adoption. Now, while I was at the Token 2049 crypto conference in Singapore, Soneium had a booth. It was right next to rock climbing, but yes, Soneium had a booth there. I talked to their director of their ecosystem, and he told me within the first 2 weeks of launching, there were over 800 applications to join the Soneium testnet. Now, that's just telling me that there might be some decentralized applications that haven't been doing well on a smaller chain, but they want to join Soneium, they want to get access to that name, and they want to get access to the users that trust that name. Now, one of the projects launching on Soneium is Yay. This is a social media site that is mostly for Japanese residents, and it has over 9 million users. They even have a tutorial on how to participate with Soneium ETH to be eligible for their airdrop. By the time you see this video, I'm not sure if it's still going to be active, but you can expect a lot of new airdrops coming to the Soneium ecosystem. Now to recap, I want to invest in a growing ecosystem, something that's going to have users, something that is innovating, and that's what I'm seeing with these 4 blockchains. So a lot of the opportunity in the upcoming months, if we do hit a bull market, could be within these ecosystems, they could be within the coin. I don't know yet. No one really knows when they make a prediction because that's what it is. It's a prediction. I'm hoping you get 100x or at least 100x of value from watching this video. If you did, you know what to do. And with that, I hope you got 100x value today.